Hi Aquarius, welcome to my channel. I'm Yet Pearl, and it is a pretty new channel, so I'm feeling really good about it. It's bringing forth some great wisdom from your guides to you, and so I'm really happy about that. If you like it too, please do hit the like, thumbs up thing, and I'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe. Okay, so this is your angel reading for the second half of June 2021. So of course that is June 16th to 30th. And this is a general reading, so if any part of this does not resonate with you, that's just fine. Leave it there and wait for the other things that will resonate with you. So, like I said, I really appreciate you being here. So this is guidance from your angel team. And they talk to mine, and then mine give me the messages and to give to you. So when I'm doing this, I'm feeling what they're sending. I can see the pictures. Sometimes they whisper in my ear, and sometimes I just know, like I'm talking and it comes out, and you and I hear it at the same time. So that's how it works for me. So sometimes it does take a little bit for me to translate it, I guess, into words. So whatever they're giving me, and I have to, if I could just pass the actual feeling on to you, I would, because that would be a lot more accurate. But this way I have to kind of translate it and see how it comes out in words. Okay, angels, so what messages do you have for our beautiful Aquarius for the second half of June of 2021? And here we go. A couple more cards here. So both these decks have not very many words on them. So this is going to be much more of an intuitive reading, which is just fine. That's normally how I work anyway, right? And so, whoop. Oh, okay, here. They didn't mean that one. Okay. Okay, so here, let's see what we've got here. So I see some male energy in your life right now. So for each of you, this will mean your own personal, individual, thought about these people in your life. So the masculine influence in your life. So father, husband, brother, and son. So I'm feeling, so some of you are feeling rather tentative about that. You're feeling a little, that you need to protect yourself. So if that's the case, please get yourself to safety. Please, above all, get yourself to safety. If there are other people that also need protection, take them with you. That sounds extremely difficult in some cases, and in other cases it's simply a matter of actually doing it, right? Nothing good will come from staying in that energy where you feel the need to protect yourself, right? Okay, for others of you, now they're allowing me to see that some of you find great comfort in this masculine energy, the people around you, and that they've been really, really helpful to you. And so that's great. So in all cases, no matter how this masculine father, husband, brother, and son have affected you, it's time for you to heal from that energy. I am seeing now that many of you have already taken yourself to safety, and it's time to heal from that. It's time to really delve deep into what that was and how it affected you, and in a lot of cases how it continues to affect you. So go deep, get help if you need to, and be able to release that energy, to allow yourself to feel your own safety again, and knowing that you can change your future. The more you acknowledge what it was that happened and how that made you feel and how that has created some of your current triggers, then the more that you can release that and move on from it. Okay, that's a pretty deep subject for the very beginning of your reading. Okay, it's time to, like, it feels like in that same topic, it's time to raise your standards. You can do so much better. And, oh, you know it. You know you can do so much better. Whatever it is that's been holding you back is going to move out of the way now. So what a relief that is. And so you will be raising your standards, and it's going to feel really good. You know, at first I'm seeing that some of you are going to feel like you don't deserve it, or that you shouldn't be doing that, or, you know, that you're being disloyal by doing that. But that is just not the case. You are number one, and you need to treat yourself as number one. And so your standards need to go up. Wherever it is that you've been settling for less, you need to step up and say, you know what? I have been settling for that, and there were good reasons for that, but those reasons are over now. And so now I'm requiring this. And so that is in relationships. It's also in your workplace. It's also in your home. Maybe you're going to get a new piece of furniture or a new something or other that will really, really be a nice thing for you. And so, you know, whatever it is you've been settling for, and it could be something really tiny and minor, you know, that you've been slicing your eggs by hand, but you've always wanted an egg slicer, so now you finally bought an egg slicer, right? Right? So it can be small things like that, but it could be the big earth-shattering things as well, right? Either way, it's you saying, no, I deserve better. And you do. That is so right. You do deserve better. And so it's time for you to just go out and do that and get that. There's a situation. Are they going to share with me any specifics? Well, there's a situation that you've been questioning whether you are seeing that accurately. Is that person truly doing that on purpose, or is it just accidental? And they say that you are seeing the situation accurately. You can trust your gut feelings, Aquarius, and you've known that well, you know, you've been trusting it for a long, long time, but there's something about this that makes you question it. And so they're saying that no, definitely you're seeing it the way it actually is. And so if you feel the need to do something about that, well, you go ahead and do that. Like if that helps, if that means you're raising your standards and that's what that is related to, then definitely you're going to do that. If it's something that really doesn't affect you, maybe just stay out of it. You don't need that drama, that whatever that is. Yeah, just back away, because it's not yours. And you cannot really take any responsibility for anybody else, right? So they're even saying there's no point offering any guidance or wisdom. It will fall on deaf ears. This is about seeing. Yes, you are seeing. That's all you need to know, is kind of what they're saying. Just leave it alone now. You do know the truth. It's all good. Yeah. Yeah, and it's working out how it's supposed to. So it's fine. It's fine. Okay, what have you been aware of lately in the environment? So, okay, so there's two different levels of this they're showing me. One is your own environment. What's going on in your own environment? What needs cleaning up? What needs detoxing? You will do better for actually doing that clearing up stuff. This is also when you set foot outside and you're aware of, you know, the trees, nature, the lakes and the ponds and the rivers, the animals, the birds, you know, all that stuff in nature that you notice. You are becoming more and more aware of how that impacts you, and therefore of how you are impacting it, right? And so maybe you want to take a bag with you when you go for a walk so that you can pick up the garbage. Or maybe you want to join a committee that's cleaning up a lake, or, you know, things like that. You can make it very simple. If you're feeling like you've got enough to do at the moment, and maybe you're not the activist type, or any of that stuff, you can make it very simple just by picking up litter wherever you go, or or you can make it big. You can be the person to lead the charge to clean up that river or the lake or whatever it is. But your awareness of it all is growing so much, and it feels so good to you. The more you get out into nature, the better you feel, and you're really aware of that. So by all means, get out there more and more and more. It's all great. So I see that whatever it is, they're showing me that whatever it is that you've been wishing for, it's on its way. So if you've been looking for more individual freedom, you've been looking for more finances, you've been looking for more satisfying relationships, you've been looking for a better, more complete work life, or whatever it might be, it's on its way. It's on its way. That is fabulous. So get ready to receive is what they're saying. It's going to feel so good. So sit right now and picture what that thing that you've been asking for, that you've been looking for and trying to manifest. It's when it gets to you, finally the last step, when it gets to you, how's that going to feel? It's kind of exciting, right? And really, it's a great big relief, because it's just going to be so much easier and so much better once it comes to you. And that in the pit of your stomach, how that feels, and just the comfort of knowing that it's here. Also, the knowledge that you had the power to manifest that, and it did. Like, you did it. Congratulations. This is amazing. You did it. And so now, of course, you know that you can do it again anytime you want to. So this helps you to feel so joyful that it's more the feeling, the knowledge that you did it, right? And it brings to you the knowledge of the power of joy. And so the more joyful you feel, the more smooth your life will be in general. And you know this already. They're telling me you know this, but you've forgotten for a little while. It's stuff that you used to know inside and out. You used to live this, and you haven't for the last little while. There have been, things happened in your life that dragged you down, and it's time now for you to say, okay, no more. I'm raising my standards now. Those things are no longer allowed to drag me down. I'm just going to feel joy all day, every day, no matter what's going on. And, so take it easy on yourself. It won't just happen, just like that every minute, all the time. But the more conscious of it you are, the more you can achieve it. And so this looks really, really good for you. I'm so happy for you, Aquarius. Let's see if they're giving me any more to do with that. So, some of the things that we do experience in life, they do feel pretty heavy. And they're saying, and this is kind of new to me in a way, but so they're saying that it is definitely possible to experience the lows in life and at the same time feel the power of joy. So even when something really major has happened in your life, and maybe you've experienced a loss of some type, and you're feeling that loss, and you're grieving that loss, and you're trying desperately to adjust to how life is different since that loss. At the same time, you can feel the power of joy. You can still notice how beautiful those trees are, and how awesome the flowers smell, and how the birds are around you and singing their song for you. You can coexist. Those things can coexist within you. Joy is not easily destroyed. Happiness is fleeting, but joy is not easily destroyed. Once you find joy, you will have joy anytime you allow yourself to. Well, this is amazing for you, Aquarius. Okay, so we're going to take one card here from the daily guidance cards. They're kind of flipping around. That looks like a good one. Ground yourself. Okay, so this is part of that environmental awareness as well, is the knowledge of how to ground yourself. So I always have this petrified wood here that maybe you've noticed. This is a huge chunk. You know, you may or may not have access to such a huge chunk of one. This one was gifted to me. But so petrified wood can really, really help for humans, you know, people, to get grounded. So when you're grounding, you want to put your feet flat, or at least feel like they're flat. They may not even be on the floor. They could, if you're laying down, just bend your knees up and put your feet flat, you know, that kind of thing. And then feel your roots growing from the bottoms of your feet. And feel that your roots are strong and they grow so healthy, and they grow down through the earth and through all the layers of the earth. And they get to the very center of Mother Earth, and there's a great big crystal there. And your roots wrap around that crystal. So that crystal is the seed of all the crystals that exist that we use now with all their different properties. And so that big mother crystal has all the properties of helpfulness that the smaller crystals have. And so when your roots are wrapped around that crystal, then you have access to all the energy that's in there, all that healing. And so as your roots, then you're following them back up through the roots, through the thickness of the earth, and there's all those layers there. And the layers contain all the wisdom, all the consciousness that mankind has experienced in our time on this earth. And so then your roots also have access to all that wisdom. And as they come closer to the surface, well, now you have access to all the nutrients in the soil in which we grow our food. So every time you inhale, you're bringing all that energy from the full length of your roots up into the bottoms of your feet. And it flows upwards through your legs and into your pelvis, up through your torso, shoulders, and down your arms, and up into your neck and your head. And then as it fills your whole physical body, it's dislodging anything that might have been stuck or stagnant. It's filling in any gaps that there might have been. And then that energy overflows and goes into your energy field all around you. And as that fills up, then you spill out kind of through your crown chakra, and that creates the communication with the divine, with your angels, with your creator, you know. And so that happens every time you inhale, even if you're not thinking about it. And it fills you and overflows you and goes to the divine. And so then, once you're communicating with the divine, then every time you exhale, you're bringing energy from the divine in through your crown chakra. And so in that way, every time you breathe, it's a circulation of all that beautiful energy from earth and from above. And it goes back and forth and back and forth, and it clears out any old stuff, creates everything new and sparkly, keeps you really grounded to the earth to make it so that you are solid and you're aware of how safe you are. And it's just a beautiful feeling. My whole body tingles when I deliberately ground like what we just did. So that's beautiful. So it's time for you to ground yourself. And remember to do that every day, because that can only help, right? Well, we're going to leave that there, Aquarius. What a fabulous message for you this time. And so I'll ask you to stick around for another minute or so, and let's send a whole bunch of healing, a whole bunch of love to our beautiful Mother Earth and all the people living on her surface, and all the water and all the earth and the nutrients and the soil and the food. Let's just heal, help everything heal. Well, that's so lovely. Thank you so much, Aquarius. I appreciate that you're here, and I'll see you again next time.